We're in front of the Israeli School, Universal Practical Knowledge, the Philadelphia Division, here at 3226 Cheltenham Avenue in Philadelphia. We're standing in front of the school right now, getting a description of the 12 tribe sign that's been painted by one of the brothers that was in the school: Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, Issachar. Those are the 12 tribes of Israel.
Shalom. Shalom. You've been waiting for this day, so this day has finally come. A lot of you have been wondering where this knowledge that you've been hearing is coming from, and the powerful truth that you've been hearing, how this was established. Well, we finally were able to arrange for the priests to come down from New York and spend some time with us. And I'd like to introduce them if I can. These are some great brothers. We're very glad to have them with us. We want to make them feel as warm as possible, because this is their work and the extension of their work and what they've laid down some time ago. I'd like to introduce, first of all, priest and Sixth Shield General, 4th in command in the nation of Israel, Lahab. I'd like to salute this brother. Majah. Barak. Yeshabiam, which means sit. And I'm going to turn it over now to Priest General Lahab.
Good morning, brother. I'd like to say this, starting off, we're very impressed at your school here, and we're very impressed to see that the brothers and sisters in Philadelphia think enough of the Most High and the Bible and the truth and your nationality to be a part of this, because most of the brothers and sisters are running from the truth.
You mean everything you need, because I know you mean everything to Christ, and Christ means everything to me.
I called on the Lord. I said, "Man, Father, this is real. Will you watch over me? Will you raise them up to be strong? I'm just a man with flesh. This is what you called for in your scriptures. You said they wore studs and fringes, they got it on. You said they will follow the law, they doing it. You said under your house shine, they ought to love one another, and they doing it."
Shalom, Israel. It's time to come get your full dose of truth for the week.
You got Mondays, history class, taught by Officer 500 Shariwan and Officer 500 Ahabawan. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Tuesday, you got Word to the Unwise podcast from 6 to 7 p.m. Followed by the main event, Captain and Priest Hadaria Allah, teaching scripture breakdown, the Bible like you never heard it before. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard. Wednesday, we got Priest and Officer 1000 Awaja teaching you all about the law. Tune in. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thursday, you got myself, Priest and Officer 5000 Kazak Amath, joined by Priest and Officer 500 Barak Yah, teaching you the Brotherhood class from 5 to 7 p.m. Friday, learn to speak in the holy tongue, the Lasha top. 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
UPK soldiers got them killers with me, and I don't fuck with every spot cause it's too iffy. Real motherfucking prophet cause the Lord with me, but don't get that shit twisted, I got Drake's with me. Yeah, bitch, and that whole 50. Run up on me wrong, you gon' catch 60. Wait, you gon' catch 20. The other 30 for your homies, bitch, I got plenty. And I'll shoot this motherfucker till that clip empty. Taking orders from your bitch, you a fucking simpy. Shit, should be televised. The way I'm cutting niggas up, bitch, I'm a samurai. Niggas swear they in the truth, but telling hella lies. Stumping like you Greek, bitch, you Hellenized. The revolution gon' be televised, and what I see in my vision gon' leave you petrified.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
UPK soldiers lead cowards and all. So fuck a gas stop, I came with 6 pumps in my car. My niggas ready to swing, we like kids at the park. So touch a chair around this bitch and we breaking your jaw. They think we Christian but we not, nothing about us is soft. I don't know what you niggas on, but that shit get you off. We booted up, we came to take zones for real. Black 40 under my garment, I be dressed to kill. Fourth dimension sit and linger, I be fresh for real. Putting scripts on your corners, but these here ain't pills. We rock covers, you official if you know those drills. Bread and water, you official if you know those meals. Yeah, you niggas soldiers get rolled over. You got police in your pocket, I got a judge in my holster. Oppressors out to get us, so remain sober. Or be chained to them chains till there's nothing that remains of us. A cult leader like Christ, we got the same culture. I bang on them, tell my enemies the reign's over. I up the cig and keep pulling like a chain smoker. The game ain't changed, One West stayed the same on them.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
Niggas talking prophets, yeah, we got plenty. We the reason why it's Israelites around the city. Karkazak tells a rock, bring Shamar out. We about to slide on them, see what niggas talking about. Young dog think he wise cause he a Kim in here. That shit lame, they didn't survive, nigga, Kim is dead. Where I'm from, little nigga, is a dirty game. I pledge allegiance to Yahweh, bitch, I'm UPK. Nigga, let's talk bodies. Set up on your corner, wake up everybody. Big priest, until I'm dead deceased. The mission is complete until y'all off the street. Saw y'all on the internet, stumping down the street. But take the poor and the weak. Touch your sister or a brother, you gon' be sleep. But take the poor and the weak.
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, niggas? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, niggas?
Fucking with the brothers, then I'm giving out major pain. Clip full of ball heads, I'm shooting out Damon Wayne's. Driven ambition, I ain't never changing lanes. Wise as an old man, but I ain't slanging cane. This ain't a game, this shit way deeper than rap. You speaking the cap, but the shit y'all speaking is cap. I'm 5,000, but I still keep it a stack. I'm in the truth, not cause back then I was seeking the fact. Crying loud for the niggas that's deep in the back. And the Lord with me, ain't no reason for keeping the strap. We peep the attacks, niggas say we ain't speaking the facts. Stealing breakdowns every time we teaching in class. Niggas snitching, y'all out here squeaking with rats. We be on the street corners teaching that Jesus is black.
We on 125th Street, Harlem, nigga, you see where we at?
One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is y'all, nigga? One West, we want it all, nigga. That's who we are, nigga. So who is y'all, nigga? One West, that's who we are, nigga. One West, so who is...
Hey, listen, brothers and sisters, man. If you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button, man. Subscribe to this channel. And also, please,
Go to isupk.com and pay your tithe. Drop me some cash so we can move around this planet like we need to, man, and do the things we need to do.
They're one West. They're one West. They're
ironic. You know the truth is the truth, that's all I know. Cry loud and spare not, you gon' get exposed. A few real niggas left, you not one of those. Real soldiers, we was born to stand 10 toes. If he ain't one West, that nigga not one of mine. He got a purple 12, me, I got a black 9. The truth is the wife of my youth, chop of my concubine. Had to die to get my rib, that bitch forever mine. You know the game, a bishop gotta be blameless. But GMS teaching niggas to be rapists. They screaming we snitch. When Joe Morgan was killed by your brother, y'all ain't say shit. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs. Real prophets only dwell in the UPK, PSA, we don't sign NDAs.
Hey, 100 deep, 100 shields on, that's 100 priests. 100 boots, that's 200 feet. Tongue like a sword when I fucking speak. Teach you how to fish instead of fucking leech. Stop selling drugs instead of trying to fuck with me. Knowledgeable, but I'm rude in my fucking speech. Life is about warfare, not no fucking peace. Hey bitch, I cry loud when I fucking speak. Make them wait a year before they fuck with me. Turn a street nigga to a fucking priest. Cross a priest and I promise you forever sleep.
Shalom, 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 Israel. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. In 1969, we are under the leadership of Commanding General Yohana. And what we do is we teach our black native brothers and sisters. When I say brothers and sisters, we teach the blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics.
That's right.
Them folk, that's part of the 12 tribes of Israel, the children of Jacob. We teach them who they are according to this Bible, unlike what your Christian pastor has been telling you. Christian pastor been telling you you a slave, or you can't get heaven until you die. The different things that they tell you are such lies, right? And what we come to do is debunk those lies, right? And when I say those lies, I mean things like you worship this white Jesus or white Yahweh Shai, right? We show you right here in the ISUPK. This is where you're located.
You was right. It's white Jesus. So Yahweh Shai ain't white at all.
Kind of one kind, sir. They teach you this white Jesus is your Lord and Savior. Black folk, when has a white man ever did anything to save you? Right? Anytime a white man has done something for you, it's to benefit him. It ain't to benefit you, right? And we come to prove that and show those things to you. Before I get to running, let me stop and introduce my Adawan. Sir, you got something you want to do?
Shalom, Yahweh Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Barak Atha, Yahweh Shemalatam Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai. Again, the brother said, we are the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, way back in 1969. And since that time, and all the way we continue up till today, what we do is we teach the truth of the Bible. Understand? We teach the truth. We're the only home of the truth. The Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. We teach the only truth. You understand? Of the Bible. Everybody else that teaching you the Bible outside of the UPK are liars, deceivers.
Salakia, if I may, Baba, if you would allow me to not to interject, but to ask a question. You said they are what, sir?
Liars. Liers. I think that's how you spell it, or Liars. They liars.
Layers. It don't matter. They liars. You know what they're talking about.
They're not telling you the truth. They never have told you the truth, and they're never going to tell you the truth.
Damn right.
The only time you're going to know they telling the truth is when that hell is raining down on them, that our king is going to order, and the hail is going to come raining down on them. You understand? Go ahead.
So, if I may, sir, this class here is look here, y'all. We are here at 12355 Gratiot Avenue.
That's right.
Right. That's where we at right now. All right. Today's class is going to be history, like it usually is every Monday night. Right. It's history. It's history. But today's class is going to be a little bit personal to these the so-called Detroiters, sir. Right. Right now, the name of this class is Walking on the Bones of Our Loved Ones.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Every time you go downtown, black man. Every time and when I say black man, I mean black Native Americans, man. I mean all 12 tribes.
All 12.
I call Puerto Ricans black. I call Puerto Ricans niggas. I'm just like, I'm talking about the same niggas, the same people. I'm talking about. I just want to clarify, sir, because just the other day, I fish a lot.
Huh.
And when I go out fishing, yes, I love to fish. When I go out fishing, I catch all type of shit. I catch everything from fish to, I caught a boot the other day, a plastic bag, and I didn't post it. But usually when I catch stuff, I post it, right? So I had some folk calling me up like, I see you posting this turtle, the turtle unlawful. I'm not eating a goddamn turtle. I just caught the turtle. I threw the turtle back in the water. I got a call like, man, what you do with that turtle? I threw it in the water. But since this stupid turtle got on my hook, I caught a catfish the other day, sir.
Uh-huh.
One of the catfish, it was a big catfish, I posted it. Then I caught a catfish bigger than that. I just didn't post it. Right? Look, if it ain't lawful to the law, statutes, and commandments, if it ain't lawful according to the book of Leviticus, I'm not eating that shit just because I catch it.
Make it plain.
I'm not eating it just because I pull it out the water. Look, I could pull a goddamn mermaid out the water. I'm not about to eat this shit. I'm not about to eat. They got to have fins and scales.
That's the law.
That's the law. So if I pull it out the water, it got to have fins and scales. Guess what? Them big bass y'all see me catching, I eat them.
We eat them.
Slocky, sir. We eat them. Them walleyes, them pike. We eat them. We eat them. Now, LeBron, he don't like silver bass.
I eat them.
LeBron will throw a silver bass back, and while you're throwing it back, I'm catching it. Like, oh no, it's lawful. I'm gonna eat this.
That's heavy. That's heavy. And you're talking about something that is lawful.
Mm-hmm.
And that in Detroit, I don't know if you've been to the grocery store lately, but in Detroit, black folks definitely need some of that you and Officer LeBon have been catching. Because our people, for the most part, steal. We picking up some numbers around here, but for the most part, still, our people, they don't know the law, statutes, and commandments. As long as you and I have been a part of the ISUPK, and we've learned under Commandant General Yohana, and we've been repeating what we've learned, our people still act like we don't know what we're talking about. I'm gonna give you an example, something I found out today. I got a sister live out in Inktown, right? And
Salaki, if I may, sir. She live where?
Inktown.
That's
Inkster.
Okay. I was just making sure I had my lingo together.
Okay. But we was talking about Social Security.
Mm-hmm.
We were simply talking about Social Security. And she recently, according to Esau laws, this year, I think it was earlier this year, her and her husband went and got married. Now, why did I say her and her husband went and got married? Well, they've been you understand that sex is marriage. I understand that sex is marriage.
Yeah, that's what confused me. Like you said, they went and got married. I heard her husband got married.
Yeah, but they went.
Like,
they went to the preacher or the I don't know where they went. I didn't go to the wedding, but they went and had the wedding thing, signed the wedding license, the marriage license, and all of that, and of her benefits. And she's older than me now. She's older than me, and I'm retired. I draw Social Security, but it turns out that of the benefits that she's earned, she worked her whole life for to get. Of her benefits, they took around $500 out of her benefits simply because they went down and got a marriage license and signed a piece of paper.
Wow!
But we've been teaching if you sex is marriage. That's what we've been teaching. Sex is in the Bible, and so I just let her know. I say, sis, I said, how long I've been telling you that you're already married?
Damn right.
You and your husband been married since way back then.
Since Heck was a puppy, remember that?
That's right. Since Shep was a pup.
Shep was a puppy.
You see? So and she said, okay, I want to hear my husband's already over here. He fussing at me about it and everything. So the thing is that not only do they lie to you, they'll show you a set of rules according to them that can cost you $500 just because you agreed to do things their way.
Is that $500 a month?
Come.
Look,
come.
I'm gonna tell you something.
About $6,000 a year, ain't
it? Yeah. That's bands on top of bands. That's what the YN say. I like them little brothers. The little brothers always give me some new lingo. Yes.
But yeah, that's bands. That's 6 bands a year.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
That she won't continue to get because they went according to Esau's laws.
If I may, sir, what I want to do is I'm going to get up and I want to pull the comments up. I can't see the comments.
Yeah, I don't see them either. I was going to ask you, but wait a minute.
If you could see them, I still want to pull them up on my.
Okay, I see them now. Okay. While you pulling them up, I'm gonna give some shout outs. Of course, my rib is in the house. Shemayim. I don't know if I have the ability. I can't post them. Gonna say not a bar. Shalom. We see you. All right. Elder Charles. Now I don't know who is this Elder Charles. He speak a little Hebrew, but he in the house too. Elder Charles. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, I'm just using a different mic.
Checking in from Jacksonville. Look, if you're not in the school, Elder Charles, if you're not in the school, get in, look them up. See if there's a school in your area at the end of this show. Or before the show's over with, I can go and find. I think I have the addresses, the telephone numbers for different schools. I'll put that on the screen before we hang up.
If I may, sir. Elder Charles has been a brother that's been checking in for not just the history class, but also for the scripture breakdown class. He's been checking in for a little while now. And I believe that Elder Charles has a church down there in Jacksonville, Florida.
Then you go find the brother. This is what you need to do, Elder Charles. Find the brother that's over the school in Jacksonville and come and give him them keys and let him bring that camp up in there and teach the truth. You understand? Because and here's one of the reasons why. I don't know why it takes folks outside, and I'm talking about Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, so long to believe us, to believe the ISUPK. Commandant General Yohana has not missed since he's been in the school. He
Yeah,
has not taught one thing that is incorrect. He has not missed on one prophecy. And in a minute, just like you know, Trump has sent I don't know if they're there yet, but he's doubled down a lot on sending the National Guard into Chicago. Florida is not going to be exempt.
Damn right.
Florida's not going to be exempt. So get the brother from the school to come down to that church and hand him the keys and let him bring some more brothers and sisters beside yourself into the truth. You come into the school, right? Put on all black. Put on all black and get trained to teach this truth.
If I may, sir.
Come.
I used to pastor a Christian church, and I thought I knew the Bible. But you gotta understand, me and LeBron been friends forever. So sitting down and learning with LeBron, I had to get that lifestyle up.
And that's all it's about. Only thing we teach is the truth according to the Bible. You understand? We're not gonna teach you anything else. All right. Who is that? StreamYard, Shalom. How about Shema Shabrakatha? Reporting in from San Jose, California. I used to run out there back in the day. Radapia. Glad to see you in the class, brother. Glad to see you in the class. Aisha Shalom, sis. Like I say, Shemaya. My rib is on there, and Tawanda Williams from Ohio.
You know, that's my rib out of Ohio, sir.
That's your rib out of Ohio? Con. Welcome to the class. I gotta call you sis because you're married to my brother now. So, sis, welcome to the class. We're gonna get it on walking on the bones of our loved ones.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, sir, let me ask you one other question. You were saying that you are not able to select the comments and post them and put them up?
Correct.
Okay. All right. That's cool. We'll figure something out. What I might do is get one of those remote mice, and with the remote mice I can see it and control it from up here. So you know, I'm gonna go ahead and put that together. But
sounds good.
Like we were saying, you know, hey, before you do anything, everybody that's in the class, give us a like, a share, give us a subscribe.
And
right?
subscribe if you haven't done so already.
You know, let's get them all the algorithms up. You know, we have to get this truth out. Get this truth out to your family.
I need you to go and clear the screen real quick. You still got the sister still up on the screen. And while you're over there, look up top. On the right side, look up top, and let's get a UPK symbol up in the top right corner. You know what I'm talking about?
You know, I'm not the professional when it comes to this.
You have to get out of the comments. You will see it once you get out of the comments.
Well, you want me to go to banners or stop?
It's in that. It don't hit the banners.
Okay, style.
Not style. What the banner is going to roll at the bottom. The style is just how your picture is going to show. It's some more stuff up there you can hit. You can run that banner if that's our telephone number. Run that, yeah. Let that run. And there's a way. You should see some. You see any icons up there of the school symbol of our symbol?
I'm not that versed in it, sir. You know, I'm just the novice.
You should be able to see. It's where the chat area should be, all the way up top. That one right. That is one of them. It's another one but it'll be small. There you go. That'll do it. That'll do it right there. That's one. That right there. That's one of Officer Kodash's put togethers right there. That's one of his. But that's what we want. We always want to We always want to see that banner that the Die Would Die posting on the page, looking good. Shout out to Lakeisha. Lakeisha. She called me Pops now.
I'm about to say, is that your daughter?
She called me Pops now.
Lakeisha.
Welcome to the class. Yep.
Is she new to the class, sir?
No, she's not new. She be following.
Okay, I apologize.
Get your husband on the phone, Keisha, and tell him to tune in. I know he believes he has a different religion, but as so-called blacks, so-called Hispanics, so-called Native Americans, let me dispel this lie you've been told.
Mm-hmm.
All religions are false.
Out of one kind.
What we do here, what we teach here, this is not religion. All religions are false.
Damn right.
Christianity, false religion. Islam, false religion. Buddhism, false religion. Whoever else, if it's a religion, it's false. You understand? If it's a religion, it's false. So have your husband tune in. If you got any questions, put them in the chat. We'll answer them, or we'll pass them on to Captain Hadar, and he will not mind answering them on Tuesday.
Damn right.
He will not mind. You can ask any question you want to. All right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, if I may, sir.
Run it.
If I may. Like I said, today's class is going to be a little personal to the city of Detroit, right?
Mm.
So I got a call from a man above me, and he said, when are you gonna do a class? I said, Monday. He said, I gotta complete my question. I said, I understand. He said, when are you gonna do a class about the monuments in the city and the street names around the city of Detroit? So, sir, when I was asked that question by you, I said, well, sir, I gotta look up something that's very personal to myself, right?
We went back to your high school, didn't we?
Had to go back to my high school.
Look, tell them where you come out of.
You know, it's ironic because I've never looked this up.
This is crazy.
I've never looked this up, right? It just never came across my mind to look into it, you know. As you know, some of you may know, I went to Detroit public schools my entire life, right? The only time that I didn't go to, look at this, sir. The only time that I didn't go to Detroit public school, I went to St. Cecilia and I went to St. Leo's.
Oh, you went to two heathenistic Catholic schools.
So you know, I had to stay away from the priests and them little choir boys and shit like that. You know, I had to put hands on. You know, I tried out. You know, for the basketball team and stuff like that. For the football team, you know, I ended up playing volleyball and things of that nature.
Don't tell people that, brother. Don't tell. You play volleyball. Don't tell people.
Volleyball was great for me because I played volleyball because the young ladies would train with the brothers.
Yeah, they did.
They did. Remember
not that I played. Not that I played. Go ahead.
But so what we want to speak about, like I went to a school in the city of Detroit that's well known. And
not only that, talk about the reputation of the school before you even mention the name of it.
Let's do it. Well, if we go into the reputation of the school, sir, understand is that if we talk about any sports, the sports side of it. Well, let's talk about the academic side. It's a school, right? Let's talk about the academic side. So at this school, in order to get an A, you had to have a 92% or better, right? In order to get a B, you had to have an 83% or better, right? So in order to get a C, You had to have a 74% of brother. You see the way this is going.
The standards are high.
The standards are high.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to play basketball or football, play a sport, you have to keep a 2.5 GPA. Right? So with the raised standards, with the what you call that, with the grading scale, with the raised standards of the grading scale, a 2.5 at this school was probably a 2.6, 2.7. You know,
No. It's higher.
It's higher than that. I'm trying to, you know.
I went to Cooley and Mumford.
A Cardinal, the Redbirds.
I went to Cooley and Mumford. So, no, what y'all was doing over there, those grades. See, and here's why I say it was higher than that.
Mm-hmm.
If you graduated from the school you came from, and you had a 3.0 or better, you can go to college. You was going to get a 3.0. That's a B. If you had a B average, you could go to any college almost in America. The only people that was going to be seen higher from Michigan, higher on the line or from the Detroit area, who was going to have a higher grade out of Detroit public school or be looked at in a better light was somebody who had a better GPA than you did.
Damn right.
But if y'all both had a 3.0, they was going to choose you because you came from the school that you came from. We're gonna show you how all this linked together.
Right. So you understand that not only did this school have a scholastical what you call that, honors higher, grading scale higher, which was more challenging.
That's right.
We still kicked, you know, that $, in football, basketball, golf, baseball.
See, now you know he was at a bougie school if they had a golf team.
I ain't say tennis. We had tennis too.
And tennis. They got a golf and a tennis team.
We got a men's tennis team at this school. So, you know, most Detroit public schools don't have a men's tennis team.
Now, here, watch this, Detroit. Watch this. What school you come out of?
I came out of, hold on. No, I ain't gonna do that. UPK, nigga, I'm UPK all up. No, no, but I graduated from Cass Technical High School, sir.
He graduated from Cass. We call it Cass Tech for short, but it's called Cass Technical High School.
Lewis Cass Technical High School.
His name was Lewis Cass.
Count on one count, sir.
Now, Lewis Cass was how can I put this? We consider him to be infamous.
Yes, we do.
And the reason we consider him to be infamous is for the same reason we consider a number of other people to be infamous. And I'm gonna just name one. Joseph Campo.
Count on one count. Another one.
Joseph Campo. What am I naming? Here's another fellow by the name of, the family name is Shane.
Shane, yes, sir.
Shane.
Another infamous individual.
All these are infamous people. All of these are infamous people. And we're going to give you some more. But what is the one thing that all three of those people have in common?
I could name a couple.
Let's ask in the chat.
They were
not Shemayim, because I've been talking about this around Shemayim. What is the one thing them people
Tawanda, what they got in common?
What do you think they have in common? Keisha? Yeah. That makes these people infamous according to the way we look at it.
If I may, sir, while you going through that, can I say something else?
Okay.
Now, what I want you to understand, Israel, is that even though Cass Technical High School is a scholastical school, what you have to understand that it's 90%. It's over 90% 12 tribes. Well, I'm gonna say it's 90% Judah, right? It's 3% Issacharite and Ephraim, right? So it's 90% nigga, 93% nigga.
That's right.
Right?
And
this is a school named after someone that was
Laura got it. Laura got it.
Salakia?
We got somebody in the chat named Laura.
Laura cheating. Laura with the cast too. Laura cheating. What'd she say?
She said what they have in common and what makes them infamous in our eyes.
Hey, Laura cheating.
If she came out of Cass, she's still talking about Lewis Cass, and that is every name we call so far were slave owners.
Damn right.
You understand? Let's not get it twisted. There were slaves in Detroit.
Damn right.
You understand? Detroit has a reputation, or has advertised the reputation as being one of the last stops on the Underground Railroad.
Downtown Detroit.
You know,
what's the name of that church?
I know it's over there on Woodward. I can't think of the name of it.
Big church down there in Greektown was the last stop.
That was the last stop?
Yeah, the big church down in Greektown. I'm trying to tell you, there's a bar next. You know, I know where the bar at. I just don't know the name of the church.
Yeah, we don't follow churches. But Laura is absolutely right. All of these men were slave owners.
Damn right.
Slave owners. Matter of fact.
Yes, sir.
We didn't, and watch this. Lewis Cass, I believe this dude is so famous, he got the school and the street named after him. But what I'm gonna do
is you know we got the school and the street named after this
and the street
fucking slave owner.
I'm gonna see if I'm looking at my list. I'm gonna call their whole name and understand the street. This is about streets being named after them. The first one is Elijah Brush. And I'm gonna just read what it say. The name for attorney and landowner Elijah Brush. That's Brush Street.
Mm-hmm.
Who is recorded as owning enslaved. Now, understand, they're gonna try to whitewash this. They're gonna try to sanitize this. So as I change some of the words they got in their writing, understand slavery is slavery. The whipping post down used to be down by Joe Louis Arena. Did y'all know that? The whipping post.
Damn right. Down by Joe Louis.
Joe Louis. And then they came back a few years ago, and put that doggone it made us angry because we used to be at Campus Martius, and right across from where we used to hold camp at Campus Martius, they put up that doggone NFL, the draft is coming, the NFL draft sign, and a countdown to the draft. I don't know why, but that looking at that sign every time we went down there, and it was down there for over a year.
It was.
And every time I looked at it, I couldn't think of anything except for a slave auction or the whipping post.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Campus Marsh is buried, you know, it's Native American burial ground.
Y'all didn't hear that, brother.
Right. When we go down to Campus Marsh, you walk on the bones of your brothers and sisters.
You understand? While you down there ice skating, while you down there enjoying the fountains,
not just that. Think about it. the LCA. What else is down there? Fort Field.
Fort Field.
That's on the bones of your brothers and sisters.
That's right. Of the Native Americans over here. You know, I live over here on Gratiot. Look, you start walking up Gratiot, you see some crazy looking names.
Iroquois.
Slovakia. I got the hiccups. Iroquois.
Damn right.
That's Native American. That's your brother, your sisters. And understand, all of the Europeans. Now, Detroit was a French town at first, but all Europeans, they named things like that, just like the NFL did. They named their teams the Redskins because what? They unalived all the Native Americans.
Mm-hmm.
They named they team the Chiefs, the Kansas City Chiefs, because they unalived all the Native Americans. They named the Iroquois Street Seneca, and some more streets over here.
Hey, sir, what about the city of Wyandotte? That's another Native American name.
Wyandotte?
Wakan.
You see what I'm saying? Tecumseh. Down the street, that's another city. Tecumseh. They call it Tecumseh.
Yes, sir.
That's Native American, and they're not honoring the Native Americans. When our oppressor use our names, it's because he has already unalived us. Why do you think Martin Luther King Boulevard is in every so-called black city?
And if I may,
go ahead.
It's very, it's heavy that you brought up Martin Luther King, because it's in every black city. But in every black city, Martin Luther King was the non-violence individual. Remember, he sit down and get your ass whooped by the white man. That was Martin Luther King.
Calm. He told
Martin Luther King Street.
He turned the people over to the white man.
Yeah, but understand this, sir, is that in every city where you have a street named after Dr. Martin Luther King,
the good Reverend,
it's the most violent fucking neighborhood in the area. Mackin Bewick ain't as atrocious as Martin Luther King and fucking Second.
Exactly.
You know how much dope was sold at Martin Luther King in Second?
Exactly.
Not as much as Mackin Bewick.
And this is how our oppressors trick you. StreamYard said it's the Issacharites with the Garcias, Lopez, and Hernandez Spanish big-time slave owners. In other words, you right, StreamYard. You are 100% right, Officer StreamYard. The reason, and that is, our names that we have on our birth certificates are not our names.
Damn right.
In other words, what StreamYard has brought out is that Garcia, that's a Spanish name.
Mm-hmm.
Lopez, Spanish. We're talking about from Spain, from Europe. Hernandez, Spanish. And they were slave owners, either here in the States or in Mexico. We keep telling you at every class we have, we tell you that our Native Americans, so-called Native Americans, so-called Latino brothers, Latina sisters, go through the same, are constantly going through the same thing we go through as the so-called black man.
That's right.
The same atrocities we suffer, they suffer. You see what I'm saying? Lewis Cass was a slave owner. Let me give you the name of some more slave owners. These are all names of streets. Joseph Campo.
That's right.
Now, let me explain something about Campo. It's not just Joseph. It was the Campo family. You understand? He had a brother also that was slave. slave owners. You see what I'm saying? Of course, Lewis Cass, he was a territorial governor, U.S. Senator, Secretary of State. He owned, they're trying to sanitize it. They say who owned at least one slave. That's because he became a governor, he became a U.S. Senator, and because he became Secretary of State, that they try to sanitize it. I bet you he owned more than that if we go back. And guess what? They got the records. Don't get me wrong.
He definitely owned more than one slave, sir.
Yeah, he definitely owned more than one.
Hey, look, let me read this real quick for you, sir.
Go ahead.
Cass's household included a slave, right? Referred to a servant named Sally, who was later sold to Alexander McComb.
That's another street.
Macomb is?
That's Macomb Street.
That's a county, Macomb County. Another one of Detroit's wealthy slave owners for $300.
Watch this.
Let
me add this. Hold on 1 second. Just let me add this for you real quick. I'm gonna add this. When he say Alexander McComb, one of Detroit's largest slave-holding families in the 18th century. That's the 1700s. Go ahead.
Right, following the Mexican-American War. Think about it. They went to war against our brothers.
You see that?
Mexican-American War. As debate raged over slavery in the territories, Cass advocated and originated the phrase popular sovereignty, meaning territorial residents should decide the issue. Says he later voted for the Compromise of 1850. What compromise was that in 1850?
Oh, you pulled that, did you?
What compromise was that? The only compromise of 1850 that I understand was the 3/5 compromise, unless it was another one, sir. You tell me.
The one that they're talking about here,
please,
this is the compromise where, believe it or not, slavery in Detroit became grandfathered. If you own slaves prior to a certain date, and your people were slaves, or the slaves themselves were in slavery prior to a certain date, then they could continue to be held in slavery.
Mm-hmm.
But if they came into slavery after that date, or you became a slave owner after that date, then you had to let your slaves go free. Well, they just turned them into indentured servants there.
Damn right.
You see,
or what's the other one? Sharecroppers.
Sharecroppers. You see, another family that has another slave holding family who owns slaves and got the street named after him is the street Shane.
Damn
the
right.
Shane family. You see what I'm saying? Another one. We got a cut named after this. Super famous. Matter of fact,
I already know what you're gonna say.
Keep Growing Detroit has a farm right in this area where we go get our seeds and our seedlings from, so we can plant these different community farms. And that is the Quinder.
I was going there.
Name the Quinder Street, the Quinder Cut. This is named after the Quinder family, which had members who was early slaveholders. They got in on the bottom floor slaves up here. You know what I'm saying? One of the most famous streets in Detroit, named after one of the most famous names. I never thought to think of this one myself. There's a fella who became the 3rd president of the United States. And Detroit named the street after him. His name is Thomas Jefferson.
If I may, sir.
Khan.
You brought up the DeQuinder. I just wanted to read.
Go ahead. Feel free. Go ahead.
Please. So the origin of DeQuinder is from French, likely a place name or surname. It says, with the name becoming a prominent in Detroit, Michigan, due to Captain Antonio DeQuinder, a war of 1812 hero and local landowners were whose families settled there. The surname DeQuinder itself is believed to have evolved from the old French word DeQuinder, which is of the queen. De is in Spanish, or de or dale is of, right? A term that may refer to geographical features, right? The French roots, the name DeQuinder is of French origin.
It's of French origin, correct.
Yep.
And what I have in front of me, which had members who were early slaveholders. Now, you mentioned DeQuinder was a hero from the War 1812.
Damn right.
Quiet as it's kept. The War of 1812, believe it or not, actually took place in Michigan. They actually helped fight that right here in Michigan. Yeah, in Michigan. There's a 1812 battlefield 30 miles south of us in a little town called Monroe, Michigan.
Damn right.
Understand? They got a street down there called Hull, Hull, another slaveholder.
If I may, sir.
Con.
You got a street right here in the city of Detroit, right off of 7 Mile and 75 called Hull, Hull. I owned property over there years ago.
Named after a slaveholder.
Named after a slaveholder, sir. Think about this. Not the blackest, but one of the blackest cities, right, is full of what? Slave owner names.
The
streets, yeah.
We haven't even gotten near the monuments yet.
We ain't got near the monuments.
We're just talking about streets and only
Hull in one school. What if we went to McKenzie?
I have to look him up. See if he on.
What if we went to Cooley? What if we went to Cooley?
I went to Cooley.
Oh.
I never looked him up. I never looked. I'm like you. When I asked you about, when I told you Cash, you said, I got your text to say, I never looked that up.
I never looked it up.
How many students at Cass know that Lewis Cass was a slave owner?
We can ask Laura. Laura online. Go ahead, ask her. It's lucky if I may, sir.
Go ahead.
Miss Laura, would you please, I understand you from Cass, you went to Detroit. Could you please put what city you in that you reside in right now? And the second question is, did you know or did you understand that Lewis Cass was a slave owner and trader, a slave trader?
While you were a student there?
I didn't, and I'm gonna tell you, sir, I didn't know. I graduated a year before Laura, and I didn't know. And this information, I was that guy. Even in high school, I'm bringing it. Hey, did you know? But I probably would have got kicked out, like I get kicked out of other places.
Yeah, we've been kicked out of better places.
I've been kicked out of better places.
Shemayim just hollered at me not too long ago. I got to tell you what she said.
Where she at? Out of South Carolina? Where she say she from?
Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Spartanburg. We are Sparta. That part of Spartanburg, North Carolina.
We the researching the people in the world. I bet you. Shemayim put on the street on the thing.
Mm-hmm.
Pontchartrain, and she mentioned Seminole.
This is Pontchartrain. Oh, we.
So those Pontchartrain sound Native American.
It does.
Which means, remember, if you see Native American names, those names exist because these are men who are these are people that were unalive by our oppressor, and then our oppressor takes their name and puts it on the sign and say, "Well, this is the Pontchartrain Club downtown. This is Seminole Street over here."
You know what's so heavy about that, sir?
Con.
The white man says he doesn't steal anything. He conquered.
That's what he says.
That's what he says. He said, "I don't steal. I conquered."
And Laura says that she found out in college.
Hey, Laura, what college was that you went to? Now, I asked this question because I know. But at the same time,
to be Howard. But she got to be.
I got to ask you to think about it. She gonna bring up a college, and then we might have to look up that college, because Laura went to college right here in the city of Detroit. I'm the one that went to college out in Southfield.
The black people down here, I'm reading what you said, Laura. The black people down here still don't deal with Esau. There's an argument over moving a clock tower from their old slave market.
I might need to move down there. Let me see if they hire. Let me see if they hire. This says Spartan.
She said LOA or Wayne State University.
She went to Wayne State.
Wayne State.
Anthony Wayne.
No, don't tell me Anthony Wayne was.
Anthony Wayne.
And we got to look up Anthony Wayne.
Anthony Wayne, sir.
You're not in your computer, right?
I can pull it. I can get to my tablet real quick.
Just ask the question: did Anthony Wayne, who Wayne State University is named after, own slaves? Now, what's significant about this? But while he's looking that up, I'm gonna give you the rest of these names so that there won't be anybody else who say they didn't know or they found out late. You're finding out today. We told you about Thomas Jefferson. That's Jefferson Avenue. Macomb Street. We got a Macomb Street and Macomb County. Now, for those who don't know Detroit, Macomb County is where you don't want to get caught slipping if you Black, Hispanic, or Native American. That is not the place to get caught slipping.
If I may, sir.
You ready?
I got some fun facts about Anthony Wayne.
Okay. We're going back to Anthony Wayne before I continue. Go ahead.
Anthony Wayne was born. You like that? You like the radio voice, don't you? Anthony Wayne was born on January 1st, 1745.
Hold up. Stop. Anthony Wayne, whose Wayne State University is named after, if he was born in 1745, he was born at least 20 years before slavery ended.
No, 120 years.
You say 1745, right?
1745.
100. Okay, my bad. 120 years before, because slavery ended in 18. Yeah.
You got to put the quotations up. You got to do this. You got to do that. That right there.
What's that for?
The quotations?
Yeah.
Think about it. That means that you said 120 years before slavery ended, right? Slavery was supposed to end. Slavery was supposed to end in 1865. But niggas was still locked up. That's why we celebrate Juneteenth. So slavery didn't end in 1865. And then, according to the 13th Amendment, if you were to commit a crime not commit a crime, if you were to be convicted of a crime, right, you still could be put in slavery.
Bro, that was one of the rules. That's why we say slavery never ended.
Kind of one kind.
That's why slavery never ended, because slavery today you can still be sentenced to slavery today.
And if I may, sir, and if I say, if I may,
go ahead.
Understand is that you don't have to commit a crime to be convicted and go into slavery. All you have to be is assumed of a crime to be convicted, right? Think about what's the George Stinley out of, was that North Carolina, South Carolina? The young 14-year-old brother, he was the first brother to be executed in the electric chair in America.
14 years old.
14 years old for the unaliving of two Caucasian little girls that he just saw walking past
him. And not much has changed. It's coming. You know, Trump, he just sent the National Guard to Chicago now. So there's going to be some unaliving going there. And nobody has to be guilty of anything.
You don't have to.
In reality, in real life, they don't have to be guilty. But, you know, his goon squad is going to do what they go there to do. And understand, Detroit, we're not that far away. We're not that far away. But go ahead, read what you got on Anthony Wayne.
Anthony Wayne was born on January 1st, 1745, near Napoleon, Pennsylvania, into an Anglo-Irish family with a history of military service. After working as a land surveyor, he joined the Continental Army in 1776. Sir, what happened in 1776?
That's when we fought against the British.
It sounds like the what's that? The Independence Day.
Yeah, that's fighting against the British. Right?
And became a brigadier general during the American Revolutionary War.
So Anthony Wayne was a general.
Yes, sir.
During the Revolutionary War.
Yes, sir. His military career continued after the war, leading to his command in the Northwest Indian War.
All right.
So they attacked the North Indians on the northwest side of the so-called United States.
Just think of the Trail of Tears.
Keep
going. I'm trying to find out whether this man owned slaves.
Oh, did he own slaves? You know, I could go ahead and look that up.
Yeah, did Anthony Wayne, whom Wayne State is named after, did he own slaves? That's the thing that we want to know, because here's the thing. Why they gonna always paint themselves as looking out for poor black folk. We know y'all just slow and all of that. They are starting to learn that there's some intelligent brothers and sisters running around here, and we will uncover the facts. I'm gonna keep it real. If he was running around in the 1700s, it's no way you can tell me this man did not own slaves.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
This is heavy. It says Anthony Wayne had previously written and expressed his disgust with the way some slaves had been treated in Continental Army camps.
Okay. He was a general, right?
Yeah, if I may.
In the Continental Army.
Yes, sir.
That means the slaves was under him.
Khan.
All right, go ahead.
Says he nevertheless purchased several enslaved people. Yeah, he purchased slaves. He purchased slaves. He was upset, right? He was upset the way some slaves were treated. But
nevertheless,
if I may, Slakia. He was upset the way some slaves were treated, but he still bought slaves. You know why he's upset? You're treating them too goddamn nice.
Oh, they was treating them too good.
Treating them too good.
That's what
he still purchased several enslaved people to work on his new plantation. It says, and even hire overseers to direct their labor.
Now,
you was treating
if you have a university named after you, you're a pretty famous person. He should have appeared on this list somewhere.
Yes, sir.
But you see how they sanitize things? They want you in Michigan. They want you in Detroit and in Michigan in general to think that the boss names, the famous names associated with this state had nothing to do with slavery. Oh, you can come on up to Detroit because we wasn't about that slavery stuff, and it's all a lie.
If I may,
it's
sir,
all a lie that's hidden. Go ahead.
What you got to understand is that you ever hear of the mad?
The mad?
Let me explain it to you. The origin of the nickname, a disobedient spy. The origin popular story attributes to the nickname to a deserting spy who, upon being ordered by Wayne to receive a severe punishment of 29 lashes, called Wayne mad. In frustration, the spy allegedly murdered Anthony is mad. He must be mad or he would help me. Mad Anthony, that became his name. Anthony, Mad Anthony, the nickname.
Mad Anthony Wayne.
Mad Anthony Wayne.
This is more than what I didn't expect all this to come out.
When you asked me to look something up, I had to find it.
So Anthony Wayne,
Mad Anthony Wayne,
Mad Anthony Wayne,
State University,
and it's a Wayne State now. It's not. Well, yeah, it's on par with the state colleges, Michigan State. He's as famous. Wayne State is as famous as Michigan is, as Michigan State. Not for athletics, but because it's in Detroit.
For medicine.
And for medicine. That's right. That's right. I remember reading that. That Wayne State got a great reputation for medicine.
I got a cousin who went to school in Wayne State and then went out to Saginaw to finish up her doctoral degree, and now she back down here in the city working.
You see. Now, why is this important? Let's take a look at just for a make a smaller picture and see how this makes sense. In the 50s, they had a war called the Korean War. It ended in the armistice. In fact, they're still at war, but you got North Korea, you got South Korea. Do you know South Korea will not allow North Korea to build one school or to name one street?
Damn right.
After anybody from North Korea. Can you imagine South Koreans going to Kim Il-jung? I guess that's the one. Yeah, Kim Il-jung University in South Korea. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. But we've taken our children, even as babies, and we sent them into school named after slave owners, and we expected that they were going to be treated fairly and given an adequate education.
Damn right.
We really expected that. You see what I'm saying? And guess what? Our oppressor has never dealt with us fairly.
Has not.
He's
If I may say,
always dealt with us from a position that we must be under his oppression.
That's right.
And it was always a bad thing anytime we resisted that oppression. The only reason they took out Martin Luther King is because he created resistance, even though he was turning our people over to suffer more up under them. He could not bring back to them the happy slave. You see what I'm saying?
I asked this question. You say the only reason why they took out Martin Luther King is because he wouldn't bring back the happy slave.
That was it.
Me personally, I understand is that towards the end of Martin Luther King's reign, he had said he believed he had led his people into a burning house.
And that was all they was gonna give him.
Ass out there.
That's all they was gonna give him. Nigga, you didn't bring us no happy slaves, and now you telling them they have a reason not to be happy? They have a reason to revolt?
Oh, you was right.
Oh no, you'll say nothing else.
You was right. Martin Luther King started to tell black folk you was right.
You was right. I was wrong. No, you will not get that message out. And to this day, you can walk up to people right now and you tell them, Martin Luther King knew that integration was wrong.
Since we're talking about Martin Luther King, can I bring up the scripture in Jeremiah?
Go ahead.
The Lord called Martin Luther King a false prophet.
Okay, go ahead.
While I'm looking up that, sir, if I can ask you, Baba Kasha, please, could you I think it's some more comments in the
Yeah, I'm ready. I got them.
The water.
While you looking that up, Laura said, and she's absolutely right, after slavery. And guess what? What's important about what Laura's saying right now is that today, DC is proof. They use vagrancy laws to expand their ability to imprison people for unpaid labor.
Think about vagrancy law. What is a vagrancy law?
Vagrancy means you standing around doing nothing and you don't have a minimum amount of money in your pocket.
So here in Michigan, technically the vagrancy law is $20. So if you don't have $20 in your pocket here in Michigan, you can be arrested as a vagrant.
As a vagrant. You understand? And this is how Donald Trump cleared out the so-called park down there where they had a little tent village going on in DC. He used the vagrancy laws to lock them up. To lock them up.
That's
homelessness will get folks locked up, Laura said. And that's what Donald Trump went after, the homeless. He went after the homeless in DC. Guess what? New York, you on the list. Detroit is on the list. Chicago, look at here. They got their back up against the wall now.
Mm-hmm.
You're on the list.
So
go ahead.
If I may, sir, they just had some gang members in Chicago, right? These gang members in Chicago claim, and I say claim, and you're gonna understand why I say claim that if Trump was to send the armed forces down there, they would take over and unalive the armed forces.
Okay.
Don't be stupid, nigga.
Let me take that one.
Can I finish?
Go ahead.
Don't be stupid, young nigga. Don't be stupid.
Let me explain that further.
Please.
Okay.
I got that Jeremiah too.
All right. And I know, and this is not just for the brothers down in Chicago. That's up here in Detroit, over in Indianapolis, over in Toledo, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, New York. Look, as the brother said, don't be naive.
Please don't.
Don't be naive. The people that's coming here, the people that's going to Chicago, the people that went to LA, the people that went to DC are trained. Are trained. Many of them have years of training, years of combat experience. They have trained the emotion out of them. They're here to do a job, and you being on the wrong end of their weapon, you're the job to get done.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? You kill if they send 11 men into on your side of the city, and you unalive all 11, 60 men are coming now
11,000 are coming back
with tanks. You understand?
11,000 coming back.
That with tanks.
Damn right.
With tanks, they're not playing with you. And the reason we want you to know who your oppressor is. That's why we doing this in the history class. This is some history I promise you didn't get in the Detroit public schools.
Damn right.
You didn't get in the Detroit public school. I'm telling you now, the homeless, it used to be when it got cold, they didn't bother the homeless. They say, let the cold take care of them. It would freeze them to death. Trump has changed his mind. He said, look at here, we getting rid of y'all. We getting rid of y'all. They coming. He's playing out of the Nazi playbook. His whole move is out of Hitler's playbook. You understand? He knows exactly who to target. That's you, black man. That's you, Native American man. That's you, Latina man and woman. That's you. That's who you're gonna target. And if you watch the news right now, understand all the harsh talk by other oppressors against Trump has ceased.
Right.
Which means the status quo, the ones who create the rules and everything, have bought into what Trump wants to do. What Trump wants to do. They are tacitly, that means without saying anything, they approving invading Chicago.
If I make
give me just a little bit, but one
please,
moment,
please.
What by them not saying anything except for when he says something that it doesn't offend them, it makes them afraid it's going to make all white people look bad. He said, we're going to war with Chicago.
If I may, sir, how is it going to make white people look bad?
In white people's minds, understand this. It's making, in white people's minds, they know, they understand. They don't want the fight that Trump is trying to start. Here's the deal. He started too much fighting inside America. America becomes vulnerable to powers outside of America.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You understand in World War I, World War II especially, right? We fought in every war this country has ever had on the side of this country. Many would say there's wars that they may have lost if we were not in it. The so-called Native American would tell you, we ain't seen nothing fight like a Buffalo Soldier fight.
Buffalo
Soldier. Talking about the blacks.
Damn right.
And wow, and I'm gonna show you the difference between Israel and the oppressor.
Come on.
Israel, Native Americans, Native Mexicans, okay, Native Mexicans, right, had respect, much respect for the Buffalo Soldier.
Damn right.
They had much respect and love for the so-called black man.
Mm-hmm.
Even in the black man, you know what we didn't do? As we won wars for this nation, we didn't go back as a whole and further demoralize the people who we fought against for this nation. We didn't do that.
You know why? Because we got sore winners.
That's right. Your oppressor is a sore winner. He can't just win. He must demoralize you. He must break your spirit and your desire to be free.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
If you look at sports, right? You got individuals that play sports, right? I like to watch, football, and you'll see these brothers play football, and when they beat you in football, right? They don't come out after they beat you in football and annihilate your family. Hey, tell your kids, I fucked your daddy up, I beat his ass. They don't go out and tell your wife, no, that's why your man ain't better than me. You know what I'm saying? They don't do that. Hey, I won the game. Good looking out. I'll let you next game. That's what we do.
That's the difference.
We do.
Now we're a clown. We're getting the end zone and clown. Even the oppressor will not allow us to clown too much. What do? They're gonna throw the flag for unsportsmanlike conduct.
That's because he don't know how to be. He don't know how to win.
Well, no, because what he want to do is after he get a touchdown, he want to go down to the other end of the field and shoot you. You see what I'm saying?
Hey, he want to go to your, like if he in your field, he want to go down to your star in the middle of the field and take a dump.
Right.
On the middle of your field.
That's real oppressive. He must demoralize you to the point that you give in.
Right. Look at this, if I may. The oppressor, right, in order to the Native Americans, in order to stop the Native Americans from advancing, what he did was not only did he destroy the buffalo, which is their food resource, their clothing resource, then he started to pump smallpox, which was a nasty ass disease from their people.
Exactly.
He started to pump smallpox blankets into the Native American environment.
Look at the real setup. Hold on. You don't go too fast. You say pump it into their environment. But how did he get them there? First of all, like you said, he killed their food and housing source.
And also clothing source, because the buffalo was the clothing source.
So they became a people with no fence, with no gate. Yes, now they're weak. Now they're on reservations. Now they're being not the Baton Death March, but the Trail of Tears.
Yes, sir.
He's already won. He's already won.
He won when he put him on the Trail of Tears. He won.
Right. He had already won the war. He's already won.
Damn right.
He's already won. But that's not good enough. Why? Because Native Americans wanted we'll go to this reservation. We just want to take care of ourselves. This was their big crime in his eyes. They wanted to take care of themselves, raise their own children, instruct their own children, educate their own children. And this was the big crime. No, you couldn't do that. And they resisted at first going to these schools, the Wayne states. They resisted. And so what did he do? He come in with alcohol. He discovered through his medicine that these people have a very low tolerance for the alcohol we make.
Damn right.
And then to get drunk, he do something stupid. Now he has a reason to go and unalive a bunch of them.
Damn right.
Now watch this. He's notorious for this move. I know I had to unalive y'all, but I'm bringing in my what they call missionaries, and they're going to get you straight. They're going to help you out now. They're going to bring you blankets to keep warm and this and that. See, the blankets weren't forced on them. The blankets weren't put in the store and sold to them. The blankets was loaded up on a cart and sent to them and brought to them, not sent, but brought to them by Christian missionaries.
Hold on. Wait. Slakia, Baba Kasha, if I may, sir. You said something that was so heavy. You said the blanket was brought in by who?
Christian missionaries.
Hold on. I thought we supposed to be Christians.
Christian missionaries brought them blankets.
I thought we supposed to follow Christ.
Okay. Christ would not take them blankets infected with smallpox.
Damn right.
Christ wouldn't do that.
Why not?
Yahushua wouldn't do nothing like that. He wouldn't instruct them to do anything like that. Christians it was Christians. It weren't just bad people. Understand, these people sent Christian missionaries ahead of time, even as sacrificial lambs. They were going to send some more Christians and some more Christians and some more Christians.
Damn right.
When they got enough of you to fall for the okie doke, now they're going to send in law enforcement to make sure the majority follow the rules that the minority is already falling for.
That they fighting with.
You see?
So, Salaki, if I may.
Come.
So they sent law enforcement to push the majority rules that the minority was fighting against.
Well, understand.
Okay, I'm understanding.
The minority lost their fight.
They did. I understand.
They talk about Sacagawea. They talk about who was that? That so-called the so-called native sister that married the white man.
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas. They talk a lot. You hear more about Pocahontas than you hear about Geronimo. But
you hear more about Pocahontas than John Smith.
Yes, then John Smith, the one that's who she married, right?
Yeah.
But they made combinations like that because she accepted John Smith. Now all her people need to bow and to accept John Smith's people as friends.
Mm-hmm.
The second they did that, they sent the missionaries, the Christian missionaries, with wagons of gifts.
Mm-hmm.
The gifts were poison.
They were the gifts.
The gifts.
Ooh, the gifts, yes, they were.
The gifts were poison. And when I say poison, I don't mean like arsenic. The gifts was, like we say, infected with smallpox.
Mm-hmm.
That's a biological weapon.
The scripture speaks about Salakia. The scripture speaks about accepting the gift, right?
A gift destroys the heart.
A gift destroys the heart. So, Salakia, sir, if I may.
Read that.
I'm gonna bring that up. Salakia, can I ask you to do me a favor? Is check out the comments, and I'm gonna pull that gift destroys the heart.
When the comments change, I promise you, I'm going to
read
that first scripture you already had.
You said a gift.
No, what was the first scripture you had? Did we read that already?
Oh, you talking about Jeremiah 23 and 25?
Yeah, read that.
That was Martin Luther King.
Oh, Martin Luther King. Read that real quick.
So I'm gonna start at 24, if I may.
Right.
It says, "Can
what scripture you at?"
This is Jeremiah 23 and verse 24. It says, "Can any hide himself in the secret place that I have, Salakia, that I shall not see him?"
Well, let me explain something. There's a scripture that says, if I go, I think it's in the Psalms, David said, if I go into hell, thou art there. You cannot hide from the Most High. He sees everything. He got angels watching everything. So that's what this scripture is saying. I don't care what Martin Luther King thought he was doing. He could not hide from the Most High.
What's so heavy about what you're saying, sir? He says, "Can any hide himself in the secret place that I shall not see him? Saith the Lord."
Say who?
The Lord.
You see that? Everything we see happening, the Most High knows that is happening.
Look at this, sir, if I may. He said, "Do not I feel heaven and earth, saith the Lord?" Do I not feel heaven and earth, saith the Lord?
And why this is important when he asks that question, you have to understand how black folks speak.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying? How black folks speak. He letting you know he ain't no punk. He letting you know right now. He's warning you. He's no punk. Don't try that. Understand when you dealing with your own children.
Yes,
you see, when you're dealing with your own children and they trying to sneak something down in the basement or somebody down in the basement behind your back, very seldom are you going to miss it. Remember, the Most High we call him our Father.
Damn right.
Our Father. He's not.
Which art in heaven.
Which art in heaven. Look. If my daddy didn't miss it, why do I suspect I can sneak it past the Most High?
That's heavy.
If my mama didn't miss it, why do I think I can sneak this thing past the Most High? And I'm gonna just show you how true this is. He told you that you should that pork, that shrimp, crab, and lobster is unlawful. He said, don't eat it. You decided it tasted good. So you gonna eat it. And you're not gonna listen to nothing that's in the Bible.
If I may.
By the time you're 45, you're suffering from heart failure, high blood pressure, and a ton of other things that come with eating this garbage.
Diabetes.
Go ahead.
Verse 25. Verse 25. Slack sir. I have heard what the prophets said that prophesied lies in my name.
Stop. Whoever the Most High is talking about to Jeremiah.
Yep.
The one thing we know he has done, he prophesied lies to you.
I have heard what the prophets have said that prophesy lies in my name.
And he did it in the name of the Most High.
Damn right.
He came to you claiming to represent the Most High, and he prophesied to you a big lie. Keep going.
I have heard, this is Slakia, Jeremiah chapter 23 and verse 25. I have heard what the prophets have said that prophesies lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed. I have dreamed.
Stop. I don't know how far we got to go with that. I don't even think we have to go real far with that, because everybody knows that famous speech by Martin Luther King. You see what I'm saying? I have a dream. That one day, little black boys and black girls will sit down with and I'm paraphrasing, with little white boys and white girls at the table of brotherhood in harmony and peace and all. Martin Luther King lied. Keep reading. He lied.
If I may.
This is the prophet that lies.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
The scripture says, I have heard The prophets who, and I'm paraphrasing, the prophets who have prophesied lies in my name. It said, I have dreamed. I have dreamed. We understand that Martin Luther King said the little white boys and little white girls gonna sit down and we gonna do this and we gonna do that. Right? If Martin Luther King would have read this Bible, if Martin Luther King would have read this Bible, Deuteronomy 28 and 68 would have kicked him in his fucking face.
And here's why it didn't. I'm not going to say that any black preacher. When I say black, I mean black, Hispanic, Native American.
I understand.
I'm not going to say that they have not read these scriptures because they went to school.
They did. They went to theologian school, sir.
They went to school. They went to school called a seminary.
Oh, goddamn! If I may,
let me get this out,
please.
If the problem is that they had already the mindset to believe what was taught to them by their oppressor.
Damn right.
And not read for themselves.
Yes, sir.
Not study for themselves.
Yes, sir.
We haven't understand that whip beat the question the master out of us. You don't question the master about shit.
Sugar, honey, iced tea.
You don't question the master about shit because that whip gonna come back out. You see what I'm saying?
Damn right.
And that's up north as well as down south. That's on the East Coast as well as the West Coast. The whip is coming out some kind of way. And so even as a young man, they got him good because remember Martin King, I think he went to college when he was 15 or 16.
He had a doctorate degree.
You know, I'm saying, but see, if Hitler said it best, give me your child before he's 12 years old. No, before he's 7. By the time he's 12, I'll give you a Nazi.
That's what Hitler said.
Yeah. So when you look at that, understand. Just take our time. Me and you old enough to remember this. 1968, busing entered Detroit.
If I may, sir, I'm gonna tell you something that you may not believe. I ain't that goddamn old. No.
but busing came.
I understand what you said.
Right. And they took us little black children.
Yes, sir.
Out of all black school, Frederick Douglass Elementary. I remember this.
Right there on.
That we used to walk to school to.
Yes, sir.
And they bust us north of Michigan Avenue to an all-white neighborhood to a school that was last year all white. And for the first time, we are seeing white teachers, other white kids, white people. I mean, and I'm talking about we both live. This is the same city, Little Inkster, right? But south of Michigan Avenue was black, north of Michigan Avenue was white. When they brought busing in, my teacher was no longer. I could no longer walk up the street 6 houses to Miss Baylor's house and ask her a question. You see, because my teacher now, whether she was black or white, was over in this all-white school that we were bused to. That we were bused to because of integration, because of Martin Luther King's dream. You see what I'm saying? Now, you put me in a white system as a 10-year-old child. Watch this. Unless I grew up my whole life in a UPK, I'm as susceptible to the bullshit as everybody else.
I gotta ask a question, sir.
I'm a 10-year-old child. Go ahead.
I gotta ask a question. And before I ask my question, I see we got comments lined up.
All this has been read already.
I don't want to ask my question, and it's one of the questions in the comments. If if I may, sir, if you can read the comments off.
The last comment was homelessness will get folks locked up. That's what Laura wrote. We read that already.
Cool. So what you got to understand is that you said something heavy, right? What did you just say? Could you please repeat that one time?
I say we got bused. We were so young when we got bused, and we're talking about King because he went into college as a teenager. Now understand, when we got bused in the 60s, right, in the late 60s, we got bused. Our parents didn't go with us. We went from an all-black school
to an all-white school.
To an all-white school. Some of the black teachers were taken there, right? But the curriculum is designed by our oppressor.
Could I ask you?
At watch this, at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, you can teach us anything. We're children. We're going to accept it as being the truth.
So this is the question I want to ask you. How old was you when they bust you from the black society to the oppressive society?
10 years old.
You 10 years old, right?
About 10 years old, yeah.
Your brain was still developing.
Exactly.
Right, with your brain still developing, not only your brain still developing, your culture still developing, you still understanding sexuality, right? Think about this, and the reason why I bring this up, because our oppressor likes to bring up sexuality at 2-3 years old, a young kid, like, oh yeah, you get to decide who you want to be at this age.
I see where you're going.
You see what I'm going?
I see where you're going with that.
Yeah, so at 10 years old.
Yeah, we're bust. So
I'm gonna say something, Israel, and this is gonna sound messed up, Israel. At 10 years old, and my Ottawa, my Lord, here, when they did the swimming in the in Esau's school, they made them swim naked. Am I lying, sir?
We didn't have swimming.
Y'all ain't have swimming?
Nah, we had kickball.
Y'all had kickball. So we had swimming, right? We had swimming, and my first year swimming, right, was the year after the last year they made the brothers and the sisters swim naked. Think about this. Why in the hell did Esau want to see some kids swim naked?
But this is his nature.
Damn right.
Understand, his churches, and it's not just the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church is the one that got caught and put in the front. It ain't just the Catholic Church. But they've been pedophiles for a long time. And understand, they felt empowered to be pedophiles because of slavery. Why? Because they could do anything to the slave. You see what I'm saying? They could do anything they wanted to a slave. And to this day, he's not willing as a people to give up that power. Make America great again mean put the nigger, the spics, and the Hispanics, the wetbacks and the Hispanics back into slavery.
So if I may, sir, when the scripture in Jeremiah 23 and 25, right? And I would just ask you to break this down, please, sir. And you know where I'm going with it. It says, I have heard what the prophets said that prophesied lies in my name, saying, I have dreamed, I have dreamed. 26. How long shall this be in the heart of the prophets that lie? Okay. That prophesies lies. Yea, they are prophets of the deceit of their own hearts.
Now, understand. understand when you are under pressure as a child,
Mm-hmm.
you don't want the pain. You will quickly adjust your behavior. You will quickly adjust your ideology, your understanding, in order to make that pain disappear. You understand?
Yes, sir.
To make the pain stop or to avoid the pain.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not trying to give the Martin Kings and the Jesse Jacksons, I'm not trying to give them a way out. I want you to understand that they came up when they came up just out of slavery, and they learned the shucking job. They learned to get along. They really thought that education, if you can go and learn the same books they learn, that's gonna make them love you.
Damn right.
But it wasn't, and so they chose not to upset the apple cart and to become great at what our oppressor wanted them to become great at, and they never saw the lie coming. And then if they now watch this, and if they did, shame on them.
Mm-hmm.
Because today, the preachers today don't have that excuse. You see what I'm saying? Because we tell them every day what the truth is. We give them the Bible every day.
Every day.
But they continue. They didn't have it. I don't know who Martin King spoke to as a young man. I don't know who was doing the truth back when he was coming up, who was spreading the truth around. It wasn't totally gone. It wasn't. Commanding General Yohana found it.
He did.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
He found it. So why didn't Martin King find it? I don't know. Why didn't Malcolm X find it? I don't know why they didn't find it, right? But they found lies that they found to be acceptable. They learned those lies, and then they began to propagate those lies back out to the people and trick the people because of men of the cloth. As men of the cloth, they represented to the people that they stood for the Most High.
If I may.
Stood for the Bible. And the whole thing is that the whole time they were lying. They were lying.
If I may, sir.
Go ahead.
The only way that I can say that the reason why Commanding General Yohana heard it and King and Malcolm and all them other punk ass niggas didn't hear it is because the Bible says, "He that has an ear, let him hear."
Let him hear.
Only one that had an ear.
And here's the deal.
Please.
This brings us full circle.
Yes, sir.
Let me get this comment real quick. This is from the Shah Gabar.
What's up, Nashah?
Shalom, Yahweh. Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah. This is Trooper Nashah Gabar checking in from Saginaw.
Hey, Nashah, Salakia, if I may. I understand we've been busy. We had something that we supposed to put together. We're gonna continue to do that. I'm gonna continue to help you. Gonna continue to to bring up what we're supposed to be bringing up. We're gonna do that.
All right. And here's the deal.
Please.
Even I remember my pastor, because I used to be an acolyte in the AME church.
Used to be a what?
An acolyte.
Now you gotta tell folk what that means.
That's the little boys. That's the little boys in the church.
Little boys in the church.
That if you was in a Catholic church, you'd have been pretty much SA. But this was an all-black African Methodist Episcopal Church, AME. And Reverend Lowe at that time, you could tell if you had certain questions on Saturday morning, you could tell that you wasn't getting the whole thing. We would ask little silly questions. Reverend Lowe, I got a question. Okay, what's your question today? Okay, if the Bible say, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy, 6 days should I labor and do all our work, but the seventh is the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. He said, okay, what's your question? Well, the seventh day of the week is Saturday. Why do we go to church on Sunday? I'm calling your mama. You see what I'm saying? I'm calling your mama. So I don't know why you want to be difficult. So I don't know why you want to be difficult, but that's the kind of stuff you dealt with as a child.
Damn right.
You see what I'm saying? That's the kind of stuff you dealt with as a child. That you were discouraged. You weren't given a reason why. You was told you were asking the wrong questions. You are thinking wrong. You see what I'm saying?
If I may,
so say what?
If I may,
go ahead.
I went through that too. And when they said we calling your mama, I say, well, but my daddy said, and that changed the whole game up.
Well, you were half a generation afterwards.
Come.
Yeah, them niggas was straight up out the 40s and 30s and 40s that was teaching us, you know. And so they was holding on to Christianity and white Jesus.
Yes, sir.
At all costs. And anybody that, especially a child, bring up a question, right? That's going to cause the question them and how they ran things and question Christianity. You see what I'm saying? They was going to defend that.
If I may.
Period. And now, as a 10-year-old, as an 11-year-old, how are we supposed to defend that? We don't know. But now, when I was a child, the Bible say I spake as a child, but now that I'm a man, I put away childish things. So therefore, guess what? I can't be intimidated today. And that's why we are out here, you and I, Kamadar, Kamalqua, we're gonna keep it going up. The general, General Katham, all the generals, Commander General Yohana. That's why today you can't make us shut up about what the truth is.
Cannot make us shut up.
You see what I'm saying? That's why we have a class today. The history class today is bringing out to the folks in Detroit. The Detroit was a city of slaves. They had slaves here. We want to call ourselves a form of a chocolate city. You know, we're a major black metropolis. We were slaves here.
Damn right.
You understand?
Yes, sir.
And we want to brag because we live on John R. We want to brag because we live over on Brush. We want to Campo.
I said Woodward, Washington, all
Warren, Rivard, McDougal, Washington Boulevard downtown, over there by the bus station.
Conant.
All
slave owners.
These are slave owners. These are slave owners. You understand?
Can I ask you a question, sir?
Hold on 1 second. Now, what makes this so important is where's the dead slaves?
They buried.
Where's the cemetery that's a slave cemetery that's honored and revered, and where you can walk through and say, oh, okay, this was a slave, these were slaves. No, we're walking, you said it, we're walking on the bones of the slave.
We're walking on the bones of our loved ones. That's the name of this class.
You see. And we're honoring, we continue to honor these past slave masters.
Damn right.
You see that?
Damn right.
And we brag. We brag because my house is on. Do they have a street called Pontchartrain?
Pontchartrain, yes.
That's over off of 7 Mile in Woodward area, right?
And they got big houses on Pontchartrain.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with the rich folks. That's over by the rich folks. You see that? And the black rich folks, you just brag. But the black rich folks never taught me. Look up Macomb. Look up
Macomb.
Yeah, look up Macomb. Look up what's Laura's school name? Look up Cass.
We looked up Cass.
Look up what's his name? Anthony Wayne, Mad Anthony.
We looked up Anthony Wayne.
You see, but we didn't do any of that growing up here.
Damn right.
As a 20-year-old, I didn't even think about doing anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So we're bringing it out today. I can't believe it's 9 o'clock already.
Sir, if I may.
Go ahead.
Would you take us out? I'm gonna go to the comment section.
Before
please.
Before we go, read Malakama.
Malakama? Is that my nigga like you?
We see you. Matthew 24:24.
Matthew, matter of fact, tell Malakama I could have sent him and he could have came into class.
We're gonna get him next week. Get him next week.
No.
You hear us, Malakama, right?
Mm-hmm. I don't see no Cleveland in here.
Get Matthew 24:24. The whole idea is everything around you he said, Malakama said, LOL. Everything around you here in Detroit, right, has the stench of slavery all over it.
Yes, sir.
You understand? There's nothing good here.
Yes, sir.
You understand? I'm gonna tell you a secret. There's a brother by the name of George Washington Carver.
Mm-hmm.
Was that his name? George Washington Carver?
Yeah. Peanut.
Yeah.
We call it Peanut. No.
Do you know that Henry Ford tried to take him away from Tuskegee?
Yes, sir.
Just to make more money. Tried to bring him up here.
Yes, sir.
You see what I'm saying?
If I may,
make more money, because this brother came up with biodiesel. This brother came up also with a body for the car that was made out of fiber that Ford could actually
that was made out of peanuts.
Out of different fiber. He used more than peanuts. They like to say peanuts to diminish the brother's accomplishments.
Damn right.
But that biodiesel, that was out of peanuts.
You know you got a young brother right now.
Huh?
You say you got a young brother right now making that shit out of plastic.
Yeah. I got it. We are Israelites. Let's get this through your head. Ford couldn't bring that brother because he loved his people too much.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Trump can't stop us because we love our people too much. Whoever them two hookers he got working for him, them two women that always come on there on TV, they can't stop us. The governors that's on his side can't stop us because we love our people too much. Malakama say next week.
Oh, you want to bring that scripture up now or later?
Yeah, get that scripture right there. Matthew 24:24.
You said Matthew 24:24.
You're right.
Lock them out. You lucky you, my brother, because you want to run the class up. But I got you, my brother. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 24. It says, "For there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders."
And shall show great signs and wonders. Go ahead.
Yep, shall show great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, hear
him now, Israel, listen.
If it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect.
And we're gonna go out on that one. And this is what he's talking about. If you got so many tricksters now
Mm-hmm.
Coming from so many different angles.
Yep.
And these are our people doing this. That if it was possible, and it's not, but if it was, they could fool and they could trick the very elect of God. Who's the elect?
The
The
UPK
brothers,
niggas.
the brothers that's teaching the truth of the Bible.
Them UPK niggas.
Them UPK niggas, man.
Baba Kashaf,
One
I may,
West.
sir.
Huh?
Baba Kashaf, I may.
Go ahead.
I would like to ask you, sir, if possible, you would to close the class out, and I go ahead and close it out on the electronic side.
Let's do it.
Please. So please, sir, it's up to you. I'm behind you.
Let's do it.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, if it was at all possible that scripture said that these imposters, these liars, these brainwashed cheaters, all of this could deceive the very elect. But we've been chosen of the Most High. You often see when we do our intros and outros that the brothers don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. Like Malakama say, the UPK cannot be fooled. You can't fool us. We came, watch this. We learned the truth up under Commandant Joan Yohana, up under the generals, up under all the captains, up under all the officers of 5,000, officers of 1,000. We learned line upon line, precept upon precept. So we're not letting Christians, we're not fooled by Christians, and we're not going to let Christians fool you. Because every time they come out with a lie, one of us hear it, we're coming back at you with the truth. We coming back at you with the truth and telling you what it is. And like you said, we got the receipts. Everything we talked about, every name we talked about, you can put it in Google right now and ask the question about them owning slaves. You understand? It's time for you to stop being a puppet for your oppressor and to come back to the Most High, to start obeying these laws, statutes, and commandments. You understand? Get in class. Get in class. Before I let the brother take you out, what I do want to do is for a quick second, is put something up on the screen for you. If I could bring it up real fast. Where is it at? Where's the general stuff at? Here we go. Because you got to have this. It might be a small video. I'm going to have to give it to you next week because I don't see what I'm looking for. I got it in another program. I don't have it over here. Okay, I'm going to answer this question here. Salaki, if I may, this is from StreamYard. Is it true that the original Statue of Liberty was originally a black woman? I heard that too. I don't know. But I'll look it up. Ask us again next week. Bring that back next week. But we'll look it up and find it.
Come on, sir. If you don't mind taking us out, sir.
Again, big ups to everybody in the class tonight. Love to have your participation. Make sure I hope you like, share. And when we ask you to share the class, share it with everybody in your family. Make them mad. Share it so much they get mad at you. That what happened to me. But I keep sharing it anyway because I love my family. You see what I'm saying? I love my family. And remember, we are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West, 125th Street. And since back in 1969, since then we've been teaching this truth up under Commander General Hanna. And what's the truth we've been teaching? Blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, so-called that is, are the true children of Israel.
That's right.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom, Israel. Y'all about shit me out, shot back a thought to the brothers.
How about shot back a thigh
to all the sisters.